You know exactly how it happens. You take a small, acceptable loss. Then, instead of walking away, you take an immediate, unplanned trade, a revenge trade. This fails, compounding your loss. Now you feel the pressure to make it back, so you start taking every overtrade setup you see for the next 2 hours, turning a single 1% loss into a 5% account killer. Overtrading and revenge trading are the two most destructive behaviors in the market, and they are both rooted in the same failure, the lack of psychological boundaries. The amateur trader lets the market dictate when they trade. The professional dictates the rules and strictly enforces them. This video is going to give you the 3 boundary protocols that eliminate the need for impulsive action, allowing you to avoid overtrading and stop revenge trading forever. We will install the systematic defenses that keep your capital safe and your behavior consistent. The first and critical boundary protocol is the daily loss hard stop. This is your non-negotiable defense against revenge trading. Here's a lie you tell yourself. If I just take one more trade, I can recover my loss and end the day at break even. The psychological truth is, revenge trading is an emotional outburst driven by the ego resisting the pain of being wrong. The moment you take that first loss, your logic center is compromised and your brain defaults to a fight or flight response, demanding immediate aggressive action to restore the balance. The fix is the non-negotiable maximum loss rule. You must install a daily financial boundary that is not based on feeling, but on mathematics. The 2% hard stop rule. Define your maximum daily loss, MDL, at a point that is mathematically significant but psychologically manageable, typically 2% of your account equity. The rule is, the moment your floating or realized losses hit the MDL threshold, you are done for the day. This means shutting down the terminals, turning off the screens, and physically walking away. Think of the MDL as the circuit breaker for your account trading. A circuit breaker doesn't ask how you feel or if you think you can handle more power. It simply cuts the electricity when the danger threshold is reached. By automating this defense, you remove the decision from your compromised emotional brain and put it in the hands of objective risk management. Revenge trading becomes impossible because the game is over. The second boundary protocol is the quality over quantity boundary. This is the crucial defense against overtrading. Here's a lie you tell yourself. The more time I spend searching, the more profitable setups I will find. The psychological truth is, overtrading is fueled by the dopamine tax, the addiction to the action of pressing the button, and the expected value illusion. Every trade you take that is not your A+ setup dilutes the statistical edge of your entire system. Most traders are profitable with 10% of their trades and spend the other 90% in low-probability trades, constantly giving back their profits through commissions and small unnecessary losses. The fix is the time/trade quota constraint. You must constrain your activity to maximize your statistical advantage. The Dual Quota System. You must enforce 2 simultaneous quotas. 1. The time window lock. Only trade during the specific, high-liquidity, low-noise windows you identified. For example, 9:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. EST. Trading outside this boundary is forbidden. 2. The maximum trade quota. Set a maximum daily trade quota of 2 to 3 trades regardless of the outcome, win or loss. This dual quota system forces you into a selective sniper mentality. You stop hunting for mediocre setups and only execute when the opportunity meets your highest standard. By respecting the boundary of quantity, you guarantee the quality of your execution remains high, eliminating the behavioral urge to chase volume. The third and final boundary protocol is the reset and re-entry barrier. This is the psychological defense that prevents the emotions of a failed trade from contaminating the next one.
Here's a lie you tell yourself. I can jump straight from a losing trade to a winning trade because I'm focused. The psychological truth: both revenge trading and overtrading are triggered by the task residuals of the last trade, the lingering frustration, doubt, or shame. Without a deliberate psychological reset, you carry the emotional energy of the loss directly into the new trade, guaranteeing a compromised decision. The fix is the mandatory buffer zone. You must enforce a period of mandatory inactivity and objectivity between trades, especially after a loss. The 15-minute decontamination rule. The moment any trade closes, win or loss, you must enforce a 15-minute buffer zone. During this time, you are forbidden from opening a new trade. This time must be spent on two tasks. 1. Objective logging, 5 minutes. Immediately open your journal and log the outcome. If it was a loss or rule breach, identify if it was a failure of strategy, S, or operator, O. By converting the event into objective data, you strip it of its emotional energy. 2. Physical reset, 10 minutes. Stand up, walk away from the desk, get a glass of water, perform 2 minutes of deep box breathing. This physical action breaks the immediate emotional cycle and clears the residual adrenaline or dopamine hit. Only after the 15-minute barrier is fully respected are you allowed to look for the next A-plus setup. This barrier is the final defense against the impulsive urge to overtrade or take revenge. To understand the power of boundaries, think of yourself as a naval commander preparing for battle, a trading session. The amateur commander starts the battle without defining clear retreat conditions, no MDL, and constantly orders their fleet to chase every small skirmish, overtrading. They are easily drawn into a destructive, emotional pursuit, and one bad hit sinks the whole fleet, account blow-up. The professional commander has 3 non-negotiable orders. If we lose X amount of ships, we retreat immediately. Protocol 1, the hard stop. We only engage targets that meet criteria Y, regardless of how many other targets appear. Protocol 2, the quota. After any engagement, we anchor for 15 minutes to assess damage and restock supplies before moving. Protocol 3, the reset barrier. The commander who respects these boundaries wins the war, long-term profitability, not the individual battle. All right, let's wrap up the 3 boundary protocols that conquer the 2 account killers. You now know how to install 1. The daily loss hard stop, stops revenge. 2. The quality over quantity boundary, stops overtrading. 3. The reset and re-entry barrier, stops contamination. Here's a key takeaway. Your trading success is determined by the boundaries you install, not the indicators you use. Stop letting the market or your emotions decide your limits. Set your rules, enforce them ruthlessly, and your overtrading and revenge trading will stop forever. If this framework is the ultimate defense your account needed, hit the like button and subscribe. See you in the next one.